Gebely, Chairman of One Development and Managing Director of EHC Investment. It's great to have you here with us at Economy Middle East Davos 2026. Now, what fundamentally differentiates the Middle East role at the global economic table today compared to more mature legacy economies?
Thank you for having me today. And the Middle East position today, especially from the UAE, I think one of the most important perspectives we have is that our long-term vision is translated into tangible results. This is due to the leadership that we have that have set a long-term strategic plan executed in the best infrastructure, healthcare, safety. And from this perspective here, the private sector, we are capitalizing on this, let us say, platform that we have and presenting all our companies' services to the global markets and not only to the national markets.
And how important would you say is the alignment between national vision, leadership, and private capital in turning long-term strategies into tangible cities, assets, and platforms?
Especially today in the UAE, we have a very clear vision strategy that comes from the leadership executed within the public sector, which gives the private sector a very clear direction to where to invest. And most important, our role is to execute. I'm going to give you one of the latest examples we have, which is a clear example of an integration or a partnership between the public and the private sector, where in the real estate development, at One Development, we have launched from 1 month in Abu Dhabi, the first project, real estate project in the world that integrates smart autonomous mobility, where we have drones used within the development for the air taxi project and the logistics. But again, we do not take credit for this as a private sector, because the government represented in the public sector has set a very clear guidelines, regulations, policies that has allowed us as a private sector to, let us say, implement and execute this vision within our developments.
And in the UAE's case, how has economic diversification, particularly through real estate and tourism, moved beyond policy into real, globally competitive outcomes?
So the UAE sets today a benchmark to the world. And as you know, we have more than 170 nationalities. We have a huge demand in all sectors, whether it's real estate, tourism, technology, financial institutions. And the diversification, I believe, that we have within, let us say, in our economy is a very clear result of the number of tourists that come to the UAE, whether, of course, they're enjoying our country or doing business. At the end, this platform that we have represented with a very, very clear strategic plan, I believe is the most important attraction to all tourists in the world. We don't want to forget that we're very proud also in the UAE that we have the safest cities in the world, besides, of course, world-class infrastructure, healthcare, and tourism. So it's a blend of I always call it it's the magic successful formula, which is the integration between the public and the private sector.
And finally, how has the UAE's ability to deploy decisive capital and plan infrastructure ahead of demand helped it attract global talent, investors, and long-term confidence?
Decisive capital comes from clarity and comes from a very clear direction, which is set through the government strategic plan. And again, this clarity is, I think, the most important attraction to the worldwide investors, that they come and invest in the UAE, where we always believe that this clarity even gives us as a private sector the ability to execute all our strategic plans, and of course even to excel when it comes to using the latest technologies in the world across different sectors, whether it's from, as I said, from the energy to real estate to financial institution. But again, this clarity is the most important fundamental successful pillar of investors, worldwide investors investing in the UAE.